It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Starblind with Demon Rider.
I think we found your favorite unsigned or unlicensed or whatever band, haven't we?
Yeah, I've gotten some comments about them, via the Twitter.
Yeah.
And I've also gotten some comments about Fifth
Freedom.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
People asking, what is that? And you played this recently. What was the name of that?
Both are good bands. I mean, that's kind of been the gist of why we did this.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the real gist is because we had to, but that's why we've really chosen to focus on this stuff, expose a bunch of new bands.
Yeah, that Starblind is as every bit as good as anything from the latest Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah, it's as good as anything Iron Maiden's done since Dickinson came back.
True, that is true.
I mean, they haven't been stellar, but that Starblind is really we have 2 albums from them now?
Yeah.
And both are great.
They are.
Yeah, that's a strong band.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, this is something that came up this week.
Okay.
You sent this over. I had heard about it earlier in the day, and then you sent this over.
Mm-hmm.
What is Gene Simmons doing?
I saw this story. I was like, at first I didn't believe it was real. It's like everything that he is against, he did. Isn't he's always the one. I mean, isn't that one of the reasons that we don't have Peter and Ace anymore is because they couldn't be professional?
Yeah. And
he goes on Fox News and pulls his shirt off or something?
Well, he didn't do it on the air. He did it in the green room, but regardless of that.
But he still did it.
He still did it, and I kind of get it. I think he probably figured it was a joke. It's kind of making fun or kind of making light of all this
sexual harassment.
Yeah, sexual harassment that's just been dominating the news for weeks now.
Yeah.
So Kiss frontman Gene Simmons has been banned for life. Banned for life by Fox News after reportedly disrupting a meeting by insulting staff, ripping off his shirt, and making Michael Jackson jokes.
See, that makes me like him.
Yeah, I know, because it's just so politically incorrect that it was just like, I'm Gene Simmons. What are you going to do to me?
Yeah, how are you going to hurt me?
Yeah.
Oh, I come on your dumb shows? Okay. Whatever.
Kiss frontman Gene Simmons has been reportedly banned for life after Fox News claims that he disrupted a meeting while visiting the network to promote his new book, On Power, My Journey Through the Corridors of Power and How You Can Get More Power.
Right.
Power on power, man.
Yeah, man.
According to Fox News source speaking to the Daily Beast, Simmons barged in on a staff meeting, introduced himself by exclaiming, "Hey, chicks, sue me," then proceeded to pull open his shirt to reveal his torso, telling jokes about Michael Jackson, pedophilia, tap attendees. Oh, the way this is written, it sounds pedophilia, tap attendees on the head with copies of his book and insult their intelligence. Now, how did he insult their intelligence?
Beats me.
How do you even insult somebody's intelligence?
I don't know. I guess you say, you're stupider than me. You're not as smart as me, man.
That's bizarre. He insulted their intelligence.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he did, but it's funny.
So he tapped them on the head with copies of his book.
I'm surprised one of these jizz fucks hasn't fucking sued him for assault.
Yeah, he assaulted me with his book.
Yeah, pal.
Simmons' behavior was reported to the Human Resources Department at Fox News. He doesn't work for Fox News.
Well, that doesn't matter. I didn't work at fucking MTV, and that got me fired.
Yeah. Who prematurely barred, or not prematurely, but permanently barred the Kiss frontman from the building.
Damn.
From the building.
Wow.
You can't come in here anymore, pal.
In fact, you better fucking take a 3-block tour around away from the building, right?
Right.
Don't be close.
Hail and Kill caller, you're on the air.
Good day. I'm calling back because this whole sexual harassment thing is blown so the fuck far out of proportion. Everybody needs to suck a dick because, like, fuck, I should be locked up for like 55
that's sexual
years
harassment,
for
Tom.
all the sexual harassment I've done. I've grabbed so much titty, cunt, ass, stuck fingers in bums. Like, there is, fuck the whole sexual harassment shit. If they don't like it, say no, then you stop. If they don't say no, it's free fucking game.
Yeah, but you're not famous, Tom, aside from being on this show.
Well, I'm famous everywhere. I've had bitches grab my cock and tell them, look, you're fat. I don't want nothing to do with you. Please release the penis.
Right.
They release the penis. We have no more aggression. And I'm not so fucking full of myself that I have to charge these bitches for grabbing the big Scotsman's tiny little wiener.
Right. Well, Tom, I mean, if you ever wanted to run for office or became, notoriety in the entertainment business, and you're admitting to all these things.
I'll admit to everything I ever did.
But this
I've slept with sheep and a couple goats, couple fucking ogres that kind of might have looked like my mom. But fuck it. It really don't matter. No one's seen nothing. It don't fucking matter.
Right, but the thing is that if you were in public office, public service, became, a celebrity, like fuck
it all. Does it really matter? Do you really care, though? This is the thing.
Well,
if people just quit caring, none of it matters.
Well, I agree, Tom. I'm not arguing.
Like the whole C.K. Lewis thing, the dude, he jerked it. He asked the girl, can I jerk it? Yep, you can jerk it. Well, there was nothing wrong there.
Yep.
The Weinstein problem, maybe something. The Gene Simmons thing, well, the guy was a slime ball always. We always knew he was a slime ball. Was he ever prim and proper? The dude has a tongue that can lick a cunt 4 rows down. Like, really? Did we ever... Fuck, he dated Playboy bunnies and fucking blah, blah, blah. He was never a good guy. Too many people worry about all these rich and famous motherfuckers doing shit. Just do your own thing. Grab a cunt. If she says no, stop grabbing the cunt. That's all that matters.
Not disagreeing here.
There's so many pussified motherfuckers around the whole fucking planet now. They're fucking boo-hoo libtards. Fucking somebody looked at me wrong. I don't feel safe no more. Can you please help me? Like, fuck, grow up, you motherfuckers.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, Tom, but you're just a Neanderthal these days.
I'm a fucking ogre. I'll fucking admit it straight out. But if you tell me, hey, could you please stop touching my boob? Well, I'll stop touching your boob.
But the point...
Until you tell me to stop, I'm not going to fucking stop. I'm a fucking ogre.
Yeah, but the point is that you touched their boob initially.
Fuck them, they had a boob. It was meant to be touched.
And see, that's where you're gone wrong in today's thought
process.
Am I
going wrong? I've had plenty of bitches come grab my junk. I never fucking pressed charges.
But it only works in one direction, Tom.
No. That's you fuckers letting it only work in one fucking direction. The minute the rest of the world bites into that bullshit, then you're all fucked. You always gotta remember, you have as much right as the bitch with the cunt. My penis is just as important as your pussy. And the minute you forget that, you give them the power, and you forget you have any power. I've been sexually molested on many times, but I never went and cried to the law. I had big fat bitches all passed out on the couch, fucking was at a good party, and fuck, there's this big fucking mustache wearing bitch, fucking gun so big makes me look skinny, and she's slamming my cock in her fucking twat, and I never called no cops. And why should I call the cops? I fucking got a rock off. Got raped, fuck it. It was just the way the world fucking went. Too many people are all pussified and gave up on the whole. Fuck, they're all a bunch of libtard fuckers nowadays.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to argue with you, Tom.
I've been raped on 5 occasions. I never cried to nobody. My nut shot up. Filled her full of her fucking what her goody juice was that she won. And fuck, I got a nut. I didn't have to do no work. Fuck it all.
Made it worth it, right, Tom?
Fucking A. Everybody's crying about everything nowadays. They got no fucking will to fucking be their own person. They all gotta go, boo, boo, somebody touch me around. I'm a fucking big fat pussy. Like, fuck, grow a fucking pair of fucking contacts, you fucking moron.
Well,
I'm so over all this shit. Everybody crying that somebody looked at them wrong, did them wrong. Oh, look, I don't want to be white no more. I'm a fucking Asian, fucking Filipino. I'm a fucking black person because I feel black. Fuck you. You're born the way you are. And fucking man up and just own the shit you were born to be.
That's right.
Fuck all this fucking... I get to be whatever I want to be. Well, I want to be a billionaire. But do I got billions of dollars in the bank? No, I got $2.45 in the bank. There's no fucking get to be what you want to fucking be. You are born the way you are. Fucking suck it up, princess. This motherfucker. Sex assault, fucking... transgender, transracial motherfuckers. Give me a fucking knife, I'll stab them all. Fuck them all. Give me a Viking axe, I'll slash them all. I don't even fucking care no more. The whole world's so full of pussified motherfuckers. Nobody wants to be a man or be a woman or be who they were born to be. They want to fucking...
I don't think we need to stab them, Tom.
Well, we'll just fucking kill them all.
Yeah, Metallica style.
Yeah.
Well, no, fuck Metallica. No. They died, I'm going to kill them all. And then they went all pussified, fucking, you can sound like a gay fag bastard.
All right, Tom, are you done venting?
No, I'm not. Well, maybe not. I don't know. This whole sexual assault shit in Hollywood, it's got me all worked up. If you ask somebody to be able to touch them and they let you touch them, it's not sexual assault.
No?
I've done a lot of crazy shit. I've rubbed one out. I've fucking slapped bitches upside the keys of my penis. But I've always asked, so that's no sexual assault. Like the C.K. Lewis thing. Like, dude asked, can I jerk it in front of you? Yeah. Oh, obviously they said yes, so he jerked it. That was no problem. So why is that fag apologizing to the whole community?
Well, he never said he was sorry.
Well, he kind of did. He said, fuck, I had a little bit of power over you, so you did what you thought you had to do. Well, the bitch had no self-esteem, and she thought, well, fuck, I might get ahead if I let him jerk and shoot his load all over me.
No? Oh, I don't think
really,
he should
is that his crime?
Tom,
or is that his benefit? I think he did the right thing.
I don't
Because if I could shoot my load over half the bitches I have to, well, fuck, they'd all be better off for it.
See, I don't think he did the right thing at all. He should have not said
but
it. Apologizing
was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah. He should have said, I got permission, so I jerked my dick in front of him.
That's right.
You.
That's right. If you ask permission and they say, yep, go ahead, block it out. And
dude, if we waited for permission, if we waited for a permission, not a single one of us would have ever grabbed a tit. You just make the move when you're on the couch.
I'd be locked up for 55 years for every boob I ever grabbed and had my hand pushed away.
Yeah.
But you know what happens when your hand gets pushed away? You go back some more. And you know what happens on the second or third try? You get your dink stinky.
Almost universally, the girl says no the first time when you grab her tit,
The
when you
first
grab her
time,
pussy,
it's
when you grab her ass.
trained. They are trained to think no.
Yeah.
But they know after a few more tongue darts and a little more touchy-touchy, they want the big hammer or the little hammer, whatever you're fucking equipped with. They want that shit darting in and out of them.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm probably getting blasted in the chat room. I'm on my phone. I don't even know. Or I might be a fucking ape. But fuck them. They all said yes in the end.
All right, Tom.
Yeah. I might be drunk.
All right.
All right.
Hail and kill, Tom.
Blue Jube.
Wow.
He's right.
Yeah, he's very passionate. He's very passionate.
Dude, in today's world, every single one of us has sexually harassed somebody by today's standards.
Yeah, by today's standards, correct.
I mean, just think about it. If you're sitting on a couch with a chick, which we've all done, and you start making out and then you fucking work your hand up to her tit, 85% of the time they say no at first, right?
Yeah, I would say for the most part, yes.
So 85% of the time, that could be somewhat labeled as sexual assault.
Sure.
And then going for it a second time, 5 minutes later, once you start making out a little bit deeper, then you go for it again. And then she's like, okay. You know, sometimes it's implied. If she flat out says no, get off, that's one thing. But if she's like, no, but not really, forcing you to stop.
Right.
You know, and I get it. It's a slippery slope of a topic these days. But you know what? That's just the way it's always been. It's always been that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Al Franken is a cunt. I mean, this guy went from being marginally funny to complete asshole the minute he turned serious.
That is true.
And I still think he's getting a raw deal on this this photo thing.
Yes.
He didn't really do anything wrong. He was clearly joking around if he was taking the picture for it. We don't know that the girl was fucking truly asleep. You know, I mean, the whole thing seems very suspicious to me. And you know, this is one topic I've been literally just avoiding even commenting like on Facebook or anything about because it's so fucking overblown.
Oh, I agree.
Everybody, every straight guy has fucking committed sexual assault by today's standard.
That is true.
Every straight guy. And if you've put your dick in a pussy, then you've sexually assaulted somebody by 2017 standard. That's just truth. You know, and what? Everybody was just too scared to say something for these last fucking 70 years or whatever?
Yeah.
100 years, however long it's been? You know, these chicks should be happy that we're not taking them, hitting them in the head with a club and dragging them back to our cave. And fuck, that's how it used to work. Be happy. All we're doing is grabbing your titty, trying to get some pussy.
Right.
Be happy that you got that pussy so we actually have a use for you, for God's sakes.
Sure.
I mean, fucking A. Too far?
No, it's just, you know, everybody's got a different perspective on this, and, you know, and it just has got way overblown.
Well, is there anybody now that hasn't? I mean, I'm shocked that everybody that we're seeing that's getting tagged with this are politicians and actors and not musicians.
Well, because the thing is that they've had a reputation of using chicks for their pleasure for decades. I mean, that's an accepted thing.
Well, but for fuck's sake, no matter what you are, whether you're a dude attracted to chicks, chicks attracted to dudes, dudes attracted to dudes, or chicks attracted to chicks, I don't care what version you are, don't you use what you have to try and impress your way into getting some ass?
Yeah.
No matter what that is. That might be a nice car. It might be money. It might be a fucking 14-inch cock. It might be fucking the ability to eat pussy like nobody's business. You use what you've got to try and get it.
Right.
And that's all, whatever you're attracted to, that's the only thing you think about when you're fucking initially meeting somebody.
Sure.
That's it. Nobody goes up and says, you know what, I wonder if me and that guy over there could have an intellectual conversation.
Right.
Or, You know, I really think that me and her could have a very good conversation about fucking sports. That's not how it works. You look at a chick and you're like, man, I would love to grab those tits. Or I would love to see what that pussy tastes like. That's your first thought every time.
Right.
Every time. Or, my God, how drunk would I have to be to actually pursue that? You know, that's the thought. Every time, for me, every time I see a new chick, whether it's in the grocery store, the library, a fucking old age home, wherever it is, you know, and I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I go and see some 70, 80-year-old women. I'm like, I wonder if she sucked good dick back in her day. I absolutely think like that.
Sure.
I certainly don't think, oh, look at that blue-haired, nice old lady. I certainly think, I'll bet you she fucking rode somebody like nobody's business in 1968. I think like that because I'm a perv,
right.
And most guys are pervs.
Sure.
They just don't have the balls to just fucking admit it. And that's these guys with all their why is Al Franken apologizing for anything? He should say, you know what? Fuck you. You want to fucking have a Senate committee? Put it together.
Right.
And let's see who can throw stones at who the most. Because if you're on that committee, I'm going to find the one whose titty you grabbed at the back end of a fundraiser or something. I will find it too, my friends. Now shut the fuck up. That's what they should all be saying and be done with this bullshit. Because you know it's happening.
Right.
Do you think there's a single senator? One. Do you think there? I'll believe there's one. How many? There's what? 100 or 50 senators or whatever.
There's
right?
100. There's 2 in every state.
2 in every state. 104 or 102. Because does Puerto Rico get one or no?
No.
I don't know.
No.
All right, so 100. Would you bet if you were betting money? You have to bet your whole paycheck. Would you bet your whole paycheck that 96 of those 100 have used their position to get their dick sucked?
I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's come out now. I don't know if you've heard this or not, but it's come out now that like between I think it's like 96 and 2017 that the House of Representatives have paid out. I can't tell you how many millions of dollars to quote unquote victims of sexual harassment from representatives. No, but nobody's even talked about this.
Right.
Millions of dollars have been paid out to victims.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, but this has never been publicized.
That's the girl Al Franken fucking grabbed her tits? Why wouldn't he?
She's a reporter.
Why wouldn't he? Jesus. That's pretty good. That's definitely tit grabbable. Fuck yeah. Who could blame him there? I don't know. I'm with Tom. The whole thing is fucking out of control. But if you met that chick at a bar or wherever you were hanging out, and got her a little bit drunk up a little bit, and you were a little bit drunk up, you started making out with her a little bit, you gonna tell me your hand wouldn't at least try and slide up to that tit? Mine would.
Absolutely.
I would definitely be. And if she told me no, I'd stop for a minute.
Yeah, getting back to what you were talking about.
Yeah.
It says that the House has paid out $15 million in harassment settlements over more than a decade.
Jesus. So about $1 million a year.
Yeah, $15 million.
Yeah.
But Have you heard about this?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. This has been going on forever.
Of course.
This is nothing new, and they're using taxpayer money,
of course,
to settle out with people who've complained.
To cover their,
more or less, yeah.
But I don't want to call it rape because it's not. They should just be saying, "Shut up." That's what they should be saying. Just shut up. You got your promotion. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. There's a truth to fucking your way to the top. Sorry if that's offensive, but it's the truth. What cracks me up about it is the women that are complaining about it see that as a negative. That's like the positive. In my head, that's the positive, that they have the ability to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I wish to God there was a way that I could fuck my way to the top instead of having to actually work. I mean, if I could literally, I mean, think about it. To get to the top of a business like that, you got to put in how many years as a guy? 30?
Yeah.
20? 20 years. What do you got to put in to be a chick? 10 blowjobs, some pussy, and do a decent job. Just do your job decently and fuck your boss a couple of times a year. And you'll get promoted right through.
Right.
You probably make the same distance as I would in 20 years in 5 years. That's an advantage, chicks. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Well, again, as I was kind of saying to Tom when he was on the phone, is that, it doesn't work the other way.
No, definitely doesn't.
Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
What's up, guys? It's John. I have a very quick comment on this whole topic, the whole sexual harassment thing. I'm married because of sexual harassment. I met Steph playing on stage, looking down at her tits, her giant, amazing tits, and, maybe I sexually harassed her because I was like, holy shit, I'd fuck her. And then, a little bit later, we did fuck, and we hooked up, and everything's good. So all this sexual harassment shit is a bunch of garbage. Chicks are into it. They, I don't know. Anyway, I met my wife because I fucking wanted to fuck her because she has huge tits, and so fuck Al Franken and fuck all this pussy bullshit. Fuck it. Hail and kill. Fuck you, pal. Steph is hot. Up your ass.
Steph is hot up your ass.
Yeah, well. Maybe she gives him a little finger.
I guess.
Could be.
Get in there and root around a little prostate action.
She does have great tits, though.
Mm-hmm.
No question in that.
Yeah. But anyway, more to your point about, these people in Congress and whatnot.
Yeah.
It says on Thursday, the Office of Compliance released information about the payments that have been made since the 90s.
Okay.
It includes all settlements not just related to sexual harassment, but to discrimination and other cases.
Right.
So it's been, according to this article, it says Congress has paid out $17 million in settlements.
That is a lot.
$17 million.
Mm.
But yet, it's like, that chick said I grabbed her tit. Now she's pissed about it. Well, we can't have that. Hey, Congressman so-and-so wishes to apologize, and here's a little bit of his gratitude for you just kind of staying shutting the fuck up about this.
Right. No, I'm, as much as I love seeing these Hollywood douches fall fucking on their ass, since they've been trying to tell us fucking over and over again how we're fucked up and how we need to live our life. I enjoy seeing them fall apart.
Yeah.
But that being said, I hate it that it's on this issue.
Yeah.
Because they're not really wrong. They're not wrong at all in this scenario. They're supposed to use their whatever they have to get ass.
Yeah.
That's all the world's about anyway. It's just about getting fucking laid.
Right.
Are we pretending that that's not the case now too? Isn't that the only reason anybody ever tries to better themselves?
To ascend to powerful or influential positions?
To get better pussy.
Well, I mean, if you listen to any of these successful musicians, especially, because they have always said, well, I got in a band to get the chicks.
Yeah. Well, of course, but dude, and what do we say constantly when we see somebody that's risen to the highest level of finance and they're with a scaggy chick? We're like, what is this guy doing? Like Bill Gates. Bill Gates is married to a fuck ugly chick. and what is the first thing you think when you see that guy? As fucked up as he looks, you're like, this guy has like $30 billion or whatever.
I think it's like $80 billion.
Okay, should he not? This guy should be trading out supermodels once a year.
No, every other week.
Once a month. Yeah. I mean, this guy should not know what an ugly face sucking his dick is.
Right.
He really should not know that. He should only know supermodel hot on his Johnson all the time.
Sure.
He should literally have girls walking around on their knees while he walks around the house jerking his dick. He should enjoy it to the upteenth level because he's ascended that far.
Right.
That's why you ascend that far. You know, you don't ascend that far for the joy of having the biggest bank account, do you? Does anybody do that? You know, at least musicians are honest about it. But all these guys, I mean, they're ascending to power, whether it's a presidency or a senatorial seat or a congressman or whatever. What are they doing with that? They're getting better pussy than when they were the city councilman. Right?
True.
Why else would you keep doing that hard work? So you get better pussy.
Yeah.
It's the only reason. But people want to pretend that's not real now. That's not what people are actually doing. And that's just false.
Well, you know, the thing is that President Trump, you know, fell into, you know, a lot of controversy just weeks before the election when that tape was released or that audio was released.
Right.
Where he said, you know, women who, you know, when you've reached a certain point in the entertainment business or reached a point of success.
Right.
Women will let you do anything. They'll let you grab them by the pussy. And the thing is that was blown so far out of thing. He didn't say, I went over and grabbed this woman by the pussy. He said, women will throw themselves at you. They'll let you do anything. They'll let you grab them by the pussy.
Yeah.
That wasn't an admission that he was doing that, even though he could have. I don't know. But that wasn't him saying I was grabbing these women by the pussy.
Right.
He just said women will let you do that once you get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he was saying.
Yeah. But it's a statement of truth. I mean, if you look at people at different levels of success, you know, even at like a shitty job, if you're working in a factory, don't you think the guy that is the president of the factory has at least the ability to get better pussy than the guy that's the janitor?
That is true.
And as you move along, you know, you got the guy that's the janitor, and he's going to be fucking whatever's hiding behind the dumpster. And then you go further to the guy that's actually, you know, I don't know, the guy that stacks the pallets or whatever. He's probably going to have a little bit better chance to get a better chick than the janitor because he's doing a job that's not as embarrassing and probably makes a little bit more money.
Right.
Right? And on it goes. That's the reality. At least that's the reality we grew up with. I don't know. I don't ever remember in my wild life everything that I ever wanted to attain, like as far as career achievements, always had something to do with chicks. That was, I mean, it might not have been the primary focus, like now with the businesses, it's not the primary focus, but I love the fact that I have enough money that I can get better chicks than I should.
Sure.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, you may or may not have seen this movie. It wasn't, you know, for me personally, it wasn't a really great movie, but I've seen it.
Okay.
It was Nicolas Cage in a movie called The Family Man.
Haven't seen it.
Basically, in the movie, he's like a very, very successful business broker.
Okay.
You know, and at the beginning of the movie, he's got a really fancy apartment and really expensive clothes, and he drives like, I don't know, like a Jaguar or something, and he's banging hot chicks almost all the time.
Right.
You know, because he's got buku bucks.
Okay.
And he gets transported. He had some chick he was hot for, was in love with in college or something.
Okay.
And he basically traded out his quote-unquote potential relationship with this girl.
Right.
For his success in business.
Okay.
And he became very successful and had all the money and chicks and power and everything he ever wanted.
Sure.
But of course the movie was that even though he had all these things, he was still longing for that true love.
Yeah, he wasn't fulfilled.
Yeah,
My ass.
exactly. but the thing is, the point I'm making here with the movie, it just shows exactly what we're talking about, that as he became more powerful and successful and more wealthy,
Sure.
he had his pick of the hottest of the hot.
Yeah. Dude, I am looking forward to the day that I actually have $1 million in the bank just so that I can be one of those memes of the fat guy with the model at the beach. I want to be that meme. I want to be the meme that everybody looks at and is like, how the fuck does he get her? Oh, I know. He's got money.
Right.
That's what I want to be. I don't even care. I don't care why. If that's all it takes is money or power or, being, a boss or whatever, okay, fine. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
That's I don't understand why all these guys are apologizing for everything. Why is Louis C.K. when there's not a girl of the 5 that have come forward that have said that he did something that they didn't give him permission to do.
Right.
They've said they thought he was creepy and they felt like they couldn't say no because of his position, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, they all said they gave him consent to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that sounds like sour grapes. If you give somebody permission, that's your fucking problem.
Right.
I mean, we can't be. We're all fucking pigs at the grunt level. and if you fucking can't slap the pig on the nose and say no, well then guess what? You're gonna get fucking pig snout on your fucking pussy. That's the way it is.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is that in this liberal environment that we live in now,
mm-hmm.
they have done everything they can to try to change human nature.
Sure.
That's the whole thing. It's just been this battle against who we are on a primal level.
Right, sure.
And you're just never going to be able to change that or alter that. You can change the behavior, once you learn it, but deep down inside at the very primal level, that's who we are. We're the guys who club a woman over the head, drag her back to your cave and bang her.
Right. I wonder if they have any vision enough to see that what they're doing, and let's just say that these fucking liberals are successful at making everybody ashamed of everything, ashamed of their sexual urges, ashamed to say words, ashamed to use language, ashamed to, to say the N word or the F word or, whatever words you want to use. Do they not see that what that will lead to is a much darker, underground, more malicious fucking blowback? People will take it underground. They'll stop saying faggot.
Well,
and what they do, they'll fucking kill fags.
Yeah.
That's what'll happen.
Well, but the thing is with the rise in all this, quote unquote, this racial hatred and tension in this country, this is all a backlash from the Obama years.
Of course.
This is all a backlash. But the thing is Trump is receiving the brunt of this, saying he encourages that behavior.
Yeah.
But it's because of all the suppressed, the suppression of it over 8 years. Now it's being unleashed.
Yeah. The easiest way to get out of this rut is to not play into it. I mean, honestly, you can't play into it. You cannot quell yourself from saying what you think. If you're doing that for any reason at all, then you're part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. You can't go to your job and say, well, that nigger this or that faggot that. I get that. But you know what? You never could. That's the unwritten part of it. You never could. How long you been working? 30 fucking years?
Yeah, at least.
Have you ever been able to do that?
Not in a business context, maybe just between coworkers or something.
Could you do it in a meeting with
No, you could never do that. No, of course not.
No, it was always shit talk. And you know what? It should always be shit talk. People should not be afraid to use their fucking language.
Yeah, but the thing is now they want to cut out the shit talk too.
Yeah, but that's where you got to fight back and say no. That's where everybody has to step up. Anybody that really, really, really hates this, I see it all the time. people bitch and moan about, well, this is politically correct and that's politically correct, but then they don't fucking fight back. You got to just be like, no, I don't care. I don't care. And if you're worried about losing your fucking job, get off of fucking Facebook. Don't show them that. But don't fucking hide yourself. I mean, don't not say what you think.
Yeah.
You should always say what you think, even if it's horrible.
Well, that leads me into our next topic.
Okay, go ahead.
LA Guns guitar player Michael Grant uses homophobic slur faggot in a profanity-filled Facebook rant.
Gotta admit, Love Stevie was surprised that he decided to run this.
Oh, well. In Prague, Czechoslovakia, and the Czech Republic, a new Facebook post by Michael Grant has turned a few heads after the LA Guns guitarist used the word faggot.
Oh, my God. He should be murdered.
In a profanity-filled social media rant.
Oh, boy. In a social media rant.
Oh,
Good.
my God. He used the word faggot.
Kill him.
Grant was recalling several events that happened post-show in Prague on Wednesday, November 15th. The show was the last for LA Guns' recent European tour run. Grant writes about the show stating, "So, one hell of a crazy night last night. Played a great show in Prague. The fans were awesome. Club owner and staff, not so much. After the show, me and a few of the lads and some guests got locked in the dressing room, so we had to kick the door down to get it open. But with the after-show drama came this, as Grant described what happened next."
Uh-oh.
I wish we had some dramatic music. Boom.
Bum, bum, bum.
The fucking douchebag club owner gets these faggot-ass, meathead, tracksuit-wearing, wannabe gangster bitches and tries to fuck with us. We came really fucking close to throwing down with these assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Several people have commented on Grant's blog and questioned the use of the word.
And everybody should have, and Michael Grant's answer should have been, fuck you.
And it was.
And I know it was, which I'm proud of him for saying, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
One fan wrote, "Did you really just use the word faggots?
Oh,
It's 2017.
So?
Don't be a piece of shit."
Ugh. Why? Because you don't like the word?
Yeah, it's 2017.
Yeah. Well, but the unwritten there is, I don't like that word.
Yeah.
So you can't say it.
Yeah, exactly. Grant replied, "Yep, I sure did. How narrow-minded are you that your comprehension of context in regards to the word I use could offend you so much? Context! Open that mind of yours, and if you don't like what you see, feel free to delete yourself from my life. I could give a fuck."
Yeah, faggot.
Yeah. Others have taken a stance as well. One blogger commented, "Low class and idiotic to use that word in 2017. 2017, as if that means anything.
In 1997, that was high class? Shut up.
We're so much more advanced now. It's 2017, man.
So what? What does that matter? We're so much more advanced. The guys were still a bunch of faggots.
Yeah.
And not in the gay way.
But Grant, go ahead.
That's a whole nother thing, is that now that word is especially, that annoys me because I say faggot a lot.
Well, I go with the Doug Stanhope where he says, "I'm going to use the word faggot. I don't mean it in a sexual way. I mean it in describing weakness."
Right. Well, and that's what that's always meant, is a pussy. It's just another word for
say that.
Well, I do.
You can't say it, Chris. It's 2017, man. You can't use pussy these days.
First of all, in your life, and you don't have to give an exact situation if you have, but have you ever called two people of the same sex faggots. See, I never have, honestly, and that's honest to God truth. I would always go with like pole smoker or fucking.
You can't say that.
Yes, I can, because I'm going to.
It's homophobic, man.
So what? I never agreed to not be homophobic. I never agreed to accept homosexuality. I agreed that legally I have to deal with it, but I never agreed to, on a personal level, did I ever have to accept it?
Right.
I don't.
You're such a Neanderthal.
Okay, fine. Give me a fucking club and point me at the chicks. I don't give a shit if I'm a Neanderthal. I never ever once agreed to these changes, and I'm not bound to change, because society wants to fucking be a bunch of fucking soft pussies.
They want to be a bunch of faggots.
They do want to be a bunch of faggots, and I'm not willing to be one.
Yeah, the next thing you know, they're going to be deleting out scenes out of movies like 16 Candles, because I think Michael Anthony Hall at one point, when they were going to go to that party, and what was that, John Cusack, and I can't remember the other kid's name. They were kind of bumbling around there, and he goes, "Quit being such faggots."
Yeah. Dude, I was watching The Departed last night, and they use both faggots and niggers.
Oh, my God.
They say them both.
No way.
That movie should be taken off we should never be allowed to watch that again.
Well, you know what? The thing is I wouldn't be surprised that somewhere down the road that does get, taken away or edited out.
It would not shock me at all. Dude, we are in such a fucking bullshit time. And I'm not saying that you should go out of your way to be mean to people or whatever, but first of all, when you're trying to be mean to somebody, you use the words that are offensive. That's the rules. Right? Isn't that when you get into a verbal confrontation with somebody, you're trying to fucking piss them off. You're looking for the insult that will hurt them.
Right.
So that's the rule. So calling somebody a faggot, yeah. That was the intent. The intent was to say these guys were the biggest fucking douchebags ever. What's a good hurtful word for them? I know, faggots. And that's what they did. They went with that word. Or Michael Grant did. And all these people, it's 2017. Shut up, you California cunts. And that's just what that is. That is that fucking California fucking left-leaning fucking faggot-ass mentality. Just horrible.
Well, Grant remains steadfast in his use of the word, replying, "I could say whatever the fuck I want, and if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself."
Thank you. Good for him.
Fans are split, as some support Grant while others do not.
Oh.
One fan commented several times, adding, "The use of that word in 2017 makes him look like an unintelligent fool."
So what? Why do you care if he looks like an unintelligent fool? Why is that your fucking business? That's only his business. If he chooses that, then he chooses. Like, how many people, dude, how many comments have we had on fucking YouTube especially that call me unintelligent?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. That guy that says the F word, he's just stupid. He's a stupid nobody living in his mom's basement. And I can't wait to jump on those fucking retards. Because guess what? I can fucking say words you don't like and back it with a stronger resume than you dickhead. So bring that shit on. Just words you use do not fucking dictate intellect unless you're one of those judgmental fucks that thinks that you can judge somebody by a quick passing look. And you're not. You're just a dumbass. Everybody is just a dumbass. I am, you are, every single person in the chat room is. We're all just a bunch of fucking dumbasses. We only need to worry about ourselves. Only. To be successful in life, you got to be selfish in life. Worry about yourself. Worry about your small collection of people that you care about. Anybody else, it doesn't matter what they fucking say. What they think, who they think you are, what they think you should be. Fuck off. Doesn't matter. least that's how I feel.
Oh, Michael Grant continues. Some of you people getting all hell bent on what I say need to get yourself some context lenses.
Right.
So you can see past your narrow-minded, blind-sided comprehension of the English language. Context, people, context. Also, if you're just trolling for attention on my page, get a fucking life, you punk bitch.
See, he should have called them all faggots.
Yeah. Quit being a bunch of faggots. Now get off my page.
That's how he should have answered every one of them.
Yeah.
Faggot.
Yeah. You're unintelligent, man.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? I didn't realize that I needed a PhD to be the fucking guitar player in LA Guns.
Right.
You know, sorry. Stupid ass.
I know.
Fans are stupid.
They are stupid.
They really are. I mean, I was, like I said, I was surprised. Stevie, of all people, who shakes the chain hard, to post that story. I was like, come on, dude. This is clearly this is a non-story turning into a story. In my head, that was.
Yeah.
Didn't you think so or no?
I agree.
Yeah, it's just, come on. It's 2017, man.
Did you just use that word, man? I mean, it's so disgusting. I can't even tell you the word that you used.
Yeah, you used F2, and that's not good. I've seen it listed as that now, too.
What is it called?
F2. Because the F word is F1.
It's fuck, and faggot is number 2?
Yeah, so now they're calling it F2.
Oh, what a bunch of faggots. What a bunch of faggots.
You used F2, man.
Oh, my God.
So stupid.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
All right. Well, that wraps up our sexual harassment and fag-hating segment.
Yeah.
Our good friend...
For now.
Yeah, for now. Yeah. Our good friend in the chat room, Steve Jackson, he sent over an email and a song.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Hey, Neely, I just wanted to let you know I have a new band, and we have a song recorded that I would like to authorize you to play."
All right, good.
The band is called Dead Legends, and the song is called Outlaw Rider. We have a Facebook, a Twitter, Instagram page. Our next show is December 2nd at the Radio Room in Greenville, South Carolina.
Wow.
And so thanks for being awesome. So I'm going to take us out of this segment.
All right.
I'm going to...
Real faggot, Steve Jackson.
yeah. I'm going to dedicate this song to Michael Grant.
All right, there we go.
He's an outlaw rider, man.
Yeah, man.
And this is compliments of Steve Jackson in the chat room. Go check them out. Again, the name of his band is called Dead Legends. Look them up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and go see them in South Carolina.
All right.
All right, well, here it is. This is Outlaw Rider exclusively here
on your classic metal show.